Hello and welcome to the video, Scaling and Defining Limits for your serverless application. In this video, we're going to review the pricing and the grace limits for Azure Function Consumption Plan. I know we just looked at it a couple of videos ago, but sometimes people jump around, and if you're talking about scaling or limiting, I want to make sure that you understand how the pricing works for the consumption plan. We're also going to demonstrate setting a quota for an Azure function. So here we are looking at that pricing plan again, and you see we pay in the consumption model for the number of times that the function starts and the number of resources that the function uses when it's running. And we pay a gigabyte of RAM for 1 second. We pay just a little bit. We get 400,000 gigabyte seconds for free. We get 1 million executions per month free. Let's take a look at this resource consumption and make sure that in a month we don't go over that 400K. Here we are in the portal looking at the function apps, and we've chosen the packed serverless function app. We can select the function app settings, and we can set a daily usage quota. This is for the gigabytes per second. Now, if we get 400,000 gigabytes per month, we can set a quota of 10,000, and we'll never go over our free usage. Now, what happens if the daily quota is exceeded? Well, it's going to just stop, and the next day it'll start again. So that's the easiest thing that we can do to limit our function apps when they are running in consumption mode. However, they're not always running in consumption mode, and you may want to take better control over this to make sure that you are able to scale out. Now, in consumption plan, all that scaling is done for you automatically. If you're using the app service or basic application plan, then you may want to adjust that. So let's show you how to do that. So we're going to platform features and go down to the app service plan setting. You can scale up directly from the Azure functions. You can go to app service plan and scale up and scale out. Scaling out adds more instances. So instead of having one server app, you can run 2 or 3. You can also scale up. Scaling up changes the service plan, changing from more memory, more CPU, and more price. There are several options here, and when you select one here in the list, you can see if there are any features that are available to you as a result of it. So custom domains is available with the D1, and with the B1, you get custom domains, and you can manually scale up to 3 instances. By switching over to the production workload, you're able to auto-scale up to 10 instances, additional staging slots, daily backup. You can also switch to the isolated, depending on your application settings, and the applications that are running in isolated have very specific separated networking and compute resources. Whether you're working with an app service plan or a consumption model, you've got some flexibility in the amount going to spend and the amount that you're going to scale out and up. In this section, we learned about deployment slots and proxies. We looked at automatic deployments and showed you how to configure setting limits for your serverless application or scaling out and up in the app service plan. In the next section, we're going to monitor for reliability and performance with application insights.